Hello, thanks for tuning in and listening. I hope that this video finds you as well as it can, because everybody that I've talked to lately is going through very intense things. Big things are happening, it feels like everywhere, always. Although sometimes it feels a little more like, whoa, than others. But this is one of those times that people's lives are getting like flipped in ways, and it's like, yeah, turned upside down. Oh, why does my car smell like that? It smells like garlic in here. I don't know what's up with that. It's a beautiful sunset in front of me. I am headed out to have some dance therapy. Very excited about that. In and through the body. So there's a lot of stress, dysregulation I'm seeing in people close to me, and in general, I think that's the collective. We're all going through it always. Like there's a lot of stress going on, and stuff. So how can we regulate and process this stress and get it out and like find peace amidst all of the icky, sticky, spiky, not so fun things that are happening? And for me, dancing is that main thing, especially like going out, letting loose with a group, like dancing with others is such a wonderful way to connect. Sweating, just moving and sweating is so good. Also getting out of my judgmental, critical mind through like any kind of flow state, through flowing with words as they just come out, with color, with paint, scribbling, even just like get out the tension through your hands. There's so many ways to relieve and move through stress. So I feel like in almost every video I make lately, I just want to talk about that and bring that up to awareness, because and sometimes we're in denial that there is even stress. Like it's like we can feel good, but there's still stuff that's like below the surface. Like that's being a human, there's just like stressors of like things that you have to do, and responsibilities and all that jazz. So yeah, how can we regulate and enjoy our lives through that? So tonight I'm gonna be doing one of my favorite things, and I'm gonna get some dinner with a friend before, and then we're going and doing that. And I'm excited. It's gonna be a merging of the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra plus these two different DJs that sound amazing, the kind of styles that they explore, and having instruments also added into the mix that they make. There's two different ones. So this will be a cool experience of merging some organic instruments through in like some, I guess, synthetic in a sense that it's digital, and putting those two worlds together. I'm very excited to experience this, and I love me some like music, period, but like violin and just like a symphony, like hearing a whole symphony of instruments come together to make a sound is like pure magic. I'm gonna add that into some like stuff that makes you want to move and dance, like some EDM, like come on, like this is like very special. So tonight's gonna be a good night, and in general lately, like amidst things being really weird and stuff coming up from the past to be looked at, and like a lot of it's the changing of the seasons too, with autumn and the equinox. Ever since the equinox, which was last week or the 22nd, pretty sure that was like the equilibrium of day and night, equal day, equal night. And then ever since then, we have longer nights, shorter days. It's getting colder. The trees are starting to lose their leaves. So as the earth shifts and goes into a period of like incubation and preservation, so do we in some form or another. And even if you don't experience the seasons as they're, it's not the same everywhere in the world, I think that like being where I am and being in tune with like the specific place in St. Louis and experiencing these 4 seasons is like I feel very in tune with the earth's cycles, and so I feel it very deeply in my body. I'm feeling it and hearing it from others. It's a time of letting go and releasing and shedding, and and going deeper into the kind of darkness, the shadows, the collective unconscious, subconscious, and a descent of some kind into the underworld of our minds and of this earth. So, I miss that. It's like, how can I soak up as much sun and light, like literally and metaphorically, and still make room and time for joy and pleasure, and it's natural to want to kind of retreat into a cave and isolate on some level, but finding that balance between going within and also coming out and connecting with people and sharing experiences and sharing oneself, receiving another, finding balance and all the things, as we always are, as life just always is. There's something happening beyond our ability to fully understand, comprehend, and express, but it's happening, whatever it is, and I like to believe that nature and even the things that are an extension of nature in ways that seem like against nature are still a part of whatever evolution and thing is happening, and a part of the growth and expansion and inevitable balance and harmony that is coming back whenever, however, in little moments and big moments, over time, over years, over millennia, over centuries. Like, it's happening, whatever it is. So we get to choose how we're going to perceive and look at, and like the hopes and the faith amidst things that can be very disheartening and depressing, and so balance of rest and work, play, and all of the things. It's funny, I like to zoom out and talk about things on a bigger scale, because zooming in and talking about my personal life is a little more challenging and relates to what I'm saying, though. Like, I can be more vague and kind of like, this, and then also, to share what's really happening in my direct world is like, very intense, and I don't even know totally how to express the stuff that I've been seeing, perceiving, thinking and feeling related to people. So I kind of just like, I don't want to do that, because what I'm saying is still relevant and relates to what I'm not telling, like, the details, but I don't know. I guess it's a whole can of worms to open, because a big thing I'm seeing is like addiction, and that's like, I just have so many questions almost of like, how does someone actually heal from and recover? And like, it's like they have to want to do it. Like, they could have all the resources in the world and have people supporting them, but when it comes down to it, like, what is it going to take, and how are they going to, I don't know. And it's really hard, and it's been a very helpless feeling my whole life, watching someone struggle with addiction and then feeling almost like I haven't done enough to help, where it's like, well, this whole time I could have maybe reached out more, or I could have been more supportive or more aware of her, and then like, once things really snap and like it's like, oh shit, like, I wasn't there before this, like, where I was maybe, but I wasn't, I'm so in my own world and my own stuff, like dealing with my own levels of addiction, not with like a substance in such a way that's like harming my entire life, but like, to my vices of mostly like my phone, actually. Like, I don't have problems with much else. Luckily, like, I haven't, I used to like party and drink alcohol on the weekends, but I didn't like need it during the week, and it was definitely a problem in that I would get too drunk and do something stupid, but I wasn't dependent on it. And cannabis, like, I've kind of back and forth with, and I'm in a place where I don't feel like I need either of those things. I don't have like nicotine in my life. But I think it's my phone, and I definitely have a dopamine addiction through my phone. So I do have that. Like we all have our vices to cope and to and these ways of coping and self-regulating are often not the most healthy, constructive thing. And it makes sense that people do this. It's like that's why this topic is so complex, addiction, and there's so much to be said about it. And I don't really have the words right now. I think I have a lot more questions than I do answers. And at the same time, I feel like I do have a lot of answers on like how to. But it's like self-care and taking care of oneself without, feeling like there's a purpose with a whole or a community or a family or whatever, won't get you very far. And, how do we create that? How do we find that? What is it that shifts these things? I don't know. Yeah, it's mostly like a helpless feeling. And then I think that's where, for a lot of my life, I felt very helpless in relation to the people, the adults in my life. And I still kind of do. And so, like, in ways I would try to exert my control in ways that, to feel like I had control, But in reality, like, didn't really feel that way. So it's very interesting how we all cope with circumstances and environments and different relationships and trauma and abuse and all these awful things that rewire the brain and the body to seek something comfortable and familiar, to temporarily ease and soothe something that is I don't know, like it's see, this is where it's like, okay, like I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna get off here and just like sit with silence before I'm with someone, and then have a busy, loud night dancing. So yeah, silence and stillness and quiet are good. It is also good to externalize and process in whatever chaotic, unpredictable way that needs to be released, and feeling into things in and through the body, authenticity, honesty with oneself and others, having a vision and hopes and just like intention in the present moment and moving forward. So I hope that your flow forward is exactly what you need and what you want. And oh boy, okay. This is not good. I'm yawning this much. I'm gonna wake up. Okay, it's weird. My body feels kind of wired and awake, and then I feel tired with the yawns. I don't know. I had some cacao, which was very delicious and uplifting. So sometimes bitter medicine is the best kind, and we can sweeten it, but in its essence, that bitterness is powerful, and so many different forms of medicine and therapy and healing available to all of us. And holistic treatment of self through mind, body, spirit, balancing and attuning to and listening to ourselves. And thanks for listening again, and I will I guess I won't see you, but you will see me next time if you do see me again. But if not, I'll see you some other time. Okay, all right. Okay, bye.